This is Bali.
Selamat datang di Bali.
Good morning from Bali, Indonesia. This is not the party island you've heard of, but waterfalls, temples, and volcanoes.
We're on a motorbike trip off the beaten path in the island's north. You gotta get to this corner of Indonesia.
We're starting our day right here at the base of the Mount Batur volcano. Yesterday we hiked up there. If you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. I found this little hotel right here. It's excellent, small, about 5 to 6 rooms, and it's right here at the bottom of this lava field. We're gonna get out there, explore that today, and so much more. It's gonna be a heck of an adventure over the next few days, but right now, I'm just gonna take a little bit of time and enjoy this beauty and the sunrise.
Couldn't resist getting down to this lava field. I could see it up from my hotel. Hotel's right over there, and it is stunning out here. Hear that? The gritty texture of the lava below my feet, the lava rocks from over the years, and it's a reminder that grittiness of our world's power, the duality of our world, because sure, it's so beautiful with these landscapes. We got Mount Batur over there. Off in the distance, that massive volcano over that way, well, that's Mount Agung. The duality, because it offers so much beauty, but also the power of it and its power to destroy as well. And this lava field I'm standing on is from 1963. The last explosion up here was in 2000, but it wasn't very significant. In 63, it created this giant, massive lava field that we see here, and it looks like we're on the surface of Mars, but the texture is probably different. I've never been to Mars, and of course, it's black, it's not red as we see from our visions of Mars. You just see how important, how destructive this would have been. Along with this lava and its destruction, however, it brings nutrients, fertility to the ground, to the soil. And we have so much fruit that's grown in this area, and the coffee, of course, from Indonesia is so good. So although lavas are dangerous and they're scary things, they bring the nutrients and life to Bali, and getting down here to the lava field helps us understand a little bit more about this island. Off down there, you can see in that part of the lava field, there's already some green growing, some vegetation that's starting to pop up out of the lava, the dry lava stones. My recommendation, if you're gonna come down here and do this, do it as early as possible. We're now almost 9:30. I got up early today. It took me a while to get down here because it gets hot down here, especially with all these black stones. And we're blessed with a clear sky as well. All those people that would have gone up for the sunrise hike, well, they were in for a treat, as you could see from some of those drone shots, because we had the sun rising by Mount Agung over that way. Oh, this is stunning. I couldn't resist. Here in this village above the lava field, there are all these hipster coffee shops, all these places with massive views of the lava field and of the volcano, Mount Batur. And well, a little bit of Java for the road doesn't hurt. In this motorbike trip around the island, we're taking in waterfalls, temples, rice fields, volcanoes, and so much more off the beaten path treasures in Bali's north. And the weather today, well, you can see it's cloudy. It rained a bit earlier, but that's not gonna stop us. It's still warm, it's still humid. We're leaving the volcano area and heading to the west. Look at this, I'm telling you, everywhere you go in Bali, there are puras or temples. This is a massive one here heading out of town. I'm heating up in this jacket, but when we're going on the motorbike, it feels good. Plus it keeps the sun from beating down off of me. Out that way, we still have some dark clouds, but I think we're gonna be okay. We're not gonna get rained on today. But really, you can stop at any of these temples, have a walk around. The big grand temple is back towards Bangli. We visited that in yesterday's video, but a lot of these temples can tell you so much about the story and the history of Bali. And up here in the northern part of the island, well, they're off the beaten path. There are not that many tourists, if any at all, in these temples. I just had to stop for a second here because when you're going around Bali, you got to take a chance to explore. And right here off the side of the road, as in many places throughout this island, you see these beautiful terraced rice fields, and this one is stunning. We're in the central part of Bali, heading towards the west right now. And look at it, just stair step down these different terraces. And then off that way, a valley. And right down there we see a farmer working the field. Hard labor out here. But rice is such an important part to Bali and indeed Indonesia and all of Southeast Asia. And to see these rice fields up close and just to take a moment to explore while you're on your motorbike trip is well worth it. Guys, I'm super happy. Hello! I just pulled off the main road up here. I don't know what it is about this area where I'm at. The traffic is mental here. The cars are much more aggressive. It feels like in Italy or something. Everybody's just bump, bump, bump on you. Normally driving around Bali is usually pretty tranquilo, a lot of respect for the motorbikes because there's so many motorbikes. Hi! But look at this. We're at a high altitude lake. This is Lake Batur, Batur. I'll get the name correct. I'll check my notes here in a minute, but we're in the Begul area. Again, north central Bali, more towards the west side. And what a heck of a journey. It's so dramatic now with the clouds, some spots of clear blue sky up there. And the thing is that we're in the rainy season right now, but you know, you have to go with it. Sometimes it'll sprinkle down. If it downpours, pull over under a tree, get your rain cape out. I got a plastic rain cape in case that ever happens, and I haven't had to use it yet, so I got that little insurance policy in there, and I got another heavier rain jacket, which I was wearing today just to stay warm. Look at that. Imagine hiking your way up there through the clouds, getting the view down to the lake, the vegetation, the rice, strawberries are growing like crazy around here, banana trees. And we could just see some of the farmlands here as the farmers go back and forth. That lady's got some vegetables there on her motorbike as well. I saw some asparagus farms earlier as we were making our way down here. I'm almost at my stay for tonight. I think I'm gonna rest up, recharge before we have the final day in our big motorbike trip around Bali. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm just energized. Yeah, riding on the motorbike can be tiring, but it just energizes you going through this lush area, friendly Indonesians, friendly Bali people, everybody out, and they wave and they're happy. And normally cars give you respect on the motorbike, you pay attention to the road rules. Just in this area here, I've had a bit of troubles. I don't know what that is, but let's get on to our hotel for the night, our lodging. I found a cool place on booking and it looks pretty spectacular. Stick with me. Later on in this video, I'm gonna break down what we've paid on the first days in the previous video and what we're gonna pay in these next couple of nights for our hotel stays. You're gonna be surprised. It is quite cheap to work your way around Bali, especially up here off the beaten path where many tourists don't even come. How about this, our little cabin for the night? Not too bad. Got the bathroom in there, and this quiet little place is just meters away from the lake over that way. And hopefully some of these clouds will clear up. Get the drone up there and chill out and relax here for a while. Good morning, and what a difference a day makes. The cozy retreat was perfect last night beneath the embrace of the mountains. The rain came down hard, but this morning, the skies cleared for us. I'm just steps away from my hut over here where I was staying. Here they're building another little lodging location right next to the lake. This is Lake Patron. Out there, there's a temple. The clouds are hanging about over the tops of these mountains. Today, we have a plan in mind. We're gonna go up over the ridge. This whole area is an old volcanic area, and there's this massive ridge that runs along that way over to the Twin Lakes, and in store we have some waterfalls up in the Munduk area. Well, the weather keeps changing by the minute here. I guess this is mountain life up here in north central Bali. Let's hope for the best as we head up over the ridge on this adventure. We are descending down to what promises to be a secluded, off-beaten path waterfall, and even more so because they're doing a lot of road construction up there and it's very difficult to get by with the motorbikes. It's a steep path down here, a long way down that path there. This is what's called Twin Waterfalls, and we're now right in the area Munduk, and this whole area, just a tropical rainforest up here on the ridge, descending down from the ridge to get to this waterfall. 50,000 to get into this waterfall. Super nice ladies. I left my wallet back up at the main coffee shop because I didn't want to bring my big backpack down here, so they're gonna let me pay afterwards. Twin waterfalls, here we come. Are you ready for it? There she is. This area, it's littered with waterfalls. Everywhere you go around Munduk, you'll find them. This one's particular, it splits into two on its journey down to the pool of water, hence the name Twin Waterfall. Amidst the roar of the cascading water, we can find whispers of peace. Of course, you can get in the water down there to cool off. I didn't bring swimming trunks and the water looks pretty frigid. Now what you want to do, dip in the water if you're up for it, and also walk around the various paths here and explore, because there's all these other little waterfalls dropping down into other little pools. Check this out, I want to show it to you. Look at this right here, serene and peaceful. You know, for many years I thought Bali was just a party destination, an island you go to get drunk and dance the night away, which doesn't sound bad, to be honest, but that's not what I'm looking for, and you can kind of get that anywhere around the world. Bali still has those places down on the southern side of the island. Certain towns will cater to that crowd, but if you want to try something different, off the beaten path, you see here with the waterfalls, the rice fields, the temples, this island up in the north just has so much to offer. Wow, wow. That is stunning. If you're enjoying this and all the content in this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, to make sure you're not missing out on future videos, click that subscribe button down below. I know a lot of you aren't yet subscribed, so take the time to join the community. That way, when upcoming videos are produced, you're gonna see them right away. Also, I know it's a vanity metric, but the number of subscribers I have, the larger number helps me get my videos out to a wider audience. That way, other people can come in, join the community, watch the channel, and enjoy the same content you're enjoying. So thank you, and please subscribe. Keep in mind, most of these waterfalls are treks, about a kilometer trek down, then you gotta work your way back up. Be prepared to get your stair workout in for the day. Enjoy the journey along the way.
Selamat datang di Bali.
Because I forgot my money up at the top of the cafe, it came with its benefits because this young girl was offered to give me a ride back up to the top. Here we go. Welcome to Bali. That is the Balinese Express train right there, down some sort of mountain trail that I think only goats know about, and up this road here where I hope my motorbike's still parked. This is all adding to the adventure. Probably one of the highlights of the trip. Well, thank you very much. I wanted to stop here for a moment to talk about the weather, and it's an ideal time to do so because as we saw earlier, we had rain and now we have warmth and sunshine again. So when is the best time to visit Bali and come and see these rice terraces that are all around? Look at this, it's lush and green. Of course it's lush and green because there's so much rainfall. Let's talk about the temperature. Usually the temperature averages between 25 and 30, 32 degrees Celsius throughout the year. Now the humidity, that's a we're right near the equator, so the humidity is gonna be tough at times, especially with that rainfall making the humidity pick up quite a bit. And if you've seen me in some of these videos, you've seen me sweating it out. So it averages between 77 and 85% year around. And that could be a bit much for some of you, but don't worry, there's always a cold beer around the corner. Look at that right over there. Some of those bird's eye chili peppers growing that I love. Do you guys love spicy food? comment down below. The driest and sunniest month, that's gonna be in July. You also have to consider the heavy tourist season is May, June, July, so you're gonna see higher prices in those months. If you come in the months of October, November, December, January is the wettest month, by the way, you're gonna see lower prices and you're gonna get better deals on those little resort, bungalow, boutique places that you're seeing around this island of Bali. We've made our way about 1 hour's drive from the very center of Bali, heading south, getting lost on this labyrinth road system here, hoping to find our stay for the night. It's just relaxing, and one of the things you can do when you're here in Bali is just take a left, take a right when you see a small road and follow it as far as you can go and see what lies at the end of the road, because you're gonna be surprised in a good way. We're at the Surya farmhouse and these kind ladies are showing me to my rooms. It was worth the drive out here getting lost on those little roads because this is stunning. This is kind of off on its own. Right in the middle of these rice fields, we have these little cabins here. This one's mine. This bathroom's big.
Oh, big.
I love it. Are you guys durian eaters? This big pointy fruit that smells terrible, but it tastes really good. I want to talk about what you're going to pay for this adventure around Bali, motorbike, hotels, etc. But first, do you know that I'm putting out a regular email newsletter with all sorts of travel tips and hacks, things like traveling around Bali, information about Thailand, Italy, all sorts of things. You can learn a lot. Check it out by signing up via the link down below. So for the cost, I used a motorbike company called Bike to Go. The price I paid on that was $9.95 a day. So for 5 days, that ended up being around $50 US. The hotels, well, they were a bargain. Well, all except for that first night, which was the most expensive I paid. I stayed in that first night hotel. I stayed there for 2 nights, one when I first landed and the night after our first day of exploration in the first video. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. So the cost for that hotel, $139 for 2 nights. The second night at the volcano, at the foot of the volcano, we paid $45 US. Last night, there on the lake, we paid $45 again. And here tonight in this place right here in the countryside with rice fields out the front balcony, $23 US. And we did a lot in this 2-part video series. The temples, well, there were many of them throughout the island. The big one, well, that was so impressive, especially with its 7 different terraces, getting up there and exploring and getting a beautiful view. Then of course, even better for me were the waterfalls. The first one in Sedaman, the exclusivity, private waterfall there, hardly anyone around. And then today in Munduk, the twin waterfall coming down with a massive pool down there below. It's spectacular and great photo opportunities. For me, the highlight would have had to been climbing up to the volcano, nearly 1,800 meters, Mount Batur, and staying there at the base of the volcano and the lava field. If you haven't yet seen that video, watch it here.